Hi, it's Tommy Fry, and I have a confession to make. I haven't done a video for over 5 months on Cardano4Seniors, and the reason is the last video that I did, I said I was going to do a deep dive into CNFTs, Cardano non-fungible tokens, NFTs. And I was going to do this deep dive so I could determine in my own mind whether it was safe for seniors or anybody else to get involved with investing in NFTs. NFTs, essentially for investment purposes right now, are digital art, a piece of paper, so to speak. And some of them sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars on other chains. I don't believe that anything on Cardano has hit that high of a financial number, but some of them in Cardano do go for hundreds and thousands of dollars. So I haven't done a video because in essence I was on an investigative journey. I was traveling down the rabbit hole of Cardano NFTs in order to determine, I guess, make a decision, make my opinion as to whether it is safe for you to get involved in NFTs. And my opinion is in. And the answer is not emphatically, but I would say no. The majority of seniors, the majority of people should not get involved with NFTs or Cardano NFTs. Certainly not unless you're serious. If you're serious, then the answer could be maybe. And I will preface this with telling you that I have invested a lot of money in buying and selling NFTs in different projects so I could give you this answer. Now, let's take a step back. I'm 68 years old. If you're of anywhere near my age as a senior, you probably along your lifetime collected baseball cards. Maybe you put them on the spokes of your bikes with clothespins and you rode them and they made noise and you destroyed the value of the card. So you weren't a serious collector. Perhaps you have collected Pokemon, bottle tops, gum wrappers, coins. Many of us have done coins, stamps, dollar bills. As you get more and more into the economic world as you grew older, perhaps it was Morgan silver dollars. Some people buy stocks and sell stocks as a hobby, as a trading passion. But if you've done any of those and you are willing to invest your time, then NFTs may be a fun and passionate hobby that you can take up. But beware, it's going to cost you a lot of money to get in there. And it's like anything else. You go to higher education, go to college, go wherever you pay for your education. And it's no different with CNFTs. You will pay for your education. But even before that, in order to get involved in collecting NFTs. And I will say, if you like artwork, just go in and find something and buy it. You can buy a frame, they sell it. There's companies that sell digital frames you can hang on your wall and you can use it at your cocktail party and discuss it. Just like any other art piece, you can talk about the artist. You can even get IA, artificial intelligence generated art. You can invest in that. But if you want to become a serious investor, you need, first of all, to understand the social medias you must get involved in. Collecting baseball cards, you talked to Bruce and Danny and Susan, and you discussed it, and you knew that Roger Maris was the home run king, and his card was worth more. And Mickey Mantle, I mean, who wouldn't want an original Mickey Mantle? How about Willie Mays when he was first coming up with his basket catch? you discuss those things, and that's how you kind of knew the values. Then if you got into stamps and you got into coins, there were usually catalogs you could buy, and you'd see the value. Those catalogs were 6 months old. They lasted for almost a year, if not more, but they give you a rough approximation, like in 1918 SVD penny. What's that worth today? But in today's world with NFTs, everything, the information moves so much faster, so much more rapidly. You have to get involved in social media. And here's where the time investment is. First off, you have to have a Telegram account. You got to have a Telegram handle, and you got to go in and you start listening to or paying attention to the Telegram channels. That's not as important as Twitter. Okay, Twitter is important. You got to have a Twitter account, and you should start listening to Twitter Spaces. You'll find them. You'll do searches, and you're getting all types of information, up to date information on who the ruggers, rug pull is when someone pulls the rug out from underneath you. You'll hear about that in the Twitter Spaces, and that's up to the minute. Alpha, as they call it, information. But even more important is Discord. Discord, in my opinion, is where all the information, all the knowledge about the individual NFT projects reside. You need to get into a Discord channel. You need to have your handle, and you need to get very involved. And I will say, for a time-wise, you're going to spend 10 to 20 minutes per day in the social medias for each project that you want to get involved in. And that's part of what you have to do. You're also going to get into Reddit. You're going to need a Reddit channel, not as important. And you're going to look and start learning about Gitbooks and GitHub, which is, again, not as important. But the Gitbooks typically are where the white papers are. You need to read the white papers. You need to read about the tokenomics, etc., etc. Like any of my past broadcasts, if you look back at them, I've explained this in the past. But this is specifically on CNFTs and whether a senior or anybody else should get involved. I have gotten involved in a lot of projects since I did my last recording. I have stayed involved in about 9 different projects, and I'll list those in a little bit, but I don't really want to prejudice this too much. You need to do your own research. So you need a wallet, of course. In the Cardano world for buying and selling of NFTs, my preference is Eternal. There's a new Lace wallet just came out. I haven't played with it enough to tell you or to report on it, so I'm going to stick with the Eternal. You can go in and you can buy the NFT, and you can just use it for artwork, or what I have found more valuable, and I will give you this opinion. Nothing here is financial advice, but it's my opinion. Look for projects, CNFT projects that have utility. For example, CTV is an NFT project, Cardano token vault that I've got involved in. It invests tokens, and it's become a bit of a token investment pool. It has utility, and it possibly has a return on it. Meanwhile, you have these token vault NFTs that shed its own token, CTV, which has a value. And you can swap it on MinSwap or another platform that's soon to be released. It's not there yet, so I don't want to say anything about it. Another project is the Ape Society, TAS as it's known. It has a complete ecosystem, a neighborhood, a city with neighborhoods you can buy houses in. They just came out with passports. It sheds society if you invest and you have frames. And I did a deep report on it from CNFT Con. You can go back and look at it. But that is a NFT project that has what I call a utility to it. It's not just a pretty picture, though the apes are pretty and the houses are even prettier. The passports, they just came out. Not sure what their utility is yet, but that's the fun of this. Dead Rabbit Society. I did a report on that. I've gotten involved in that. It has a bit of utility, as does IDO Pass, and there's others. So look for, in my opinion, do your research on NFTs that have a very good team, as I said in my past broadcasts, that have depth, that have white papers that tell you where they're going. Their teams are doxed, which means they're documented and you know who they are, the artists, and it has a plan. It's so important. If you can do that, and like I say, back to Pokemon or stamp collecting or coins. If you're a senior like me and you're semi-retired or retired and you're looking for a hobby and you like using the analytical mind, you might want to brush off your spreadsheet skills so you can track all these things. Then NFTs may be safe for you to go in. There's always a risk. But otherwise, it's just a pretty picture that you're going to pay for in a digital form. Write me and tell me what you think. If you're in projects, let me know. My handle out there in the Discord world is @HeadElf. And let me know. Tell me about it. And good luck. God bless and be safe in all crypto and DeFi projects that you get into. Thank you. Bye.